So excited today because it's Friday. It is Friday. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. And as Mel Allen would say, hello there, everybody. This is Mel Allen. And Andy's sitting right here. Andy, good morning. How are you today, Andy? That's good. Good morning, Leonard. Andy's sitting in the... Oh, George's guest, Diane. All right, there you go. Otherwise, I wouldn't answer the question. So, good morning, everybody. And on a Friday morning, don't forget, February 9th, Sirius Radio. Oh, who's the next best starter? You know, Diane, you ask questions like crazy. Okay? Yep, Sirius Radio, 7 to 10, Sunday morning. I would love for everybody to call in and say, what took you so long? Even if you don't get Sirius Radio, I'll give you the number, you call in, and what took you so long, okay? How's the sound this morning? Without Andrea telling me how the sound is, I have no freaking idea. Welcome aboard, everybody, on a lovely Friday morning, and away we go with plenty to talk about. Here's my first question. Here's my first question to the chat room. Thank you, Phil. And Phil was playing with me this morning, and I'll tell you why. Phil Chapman playing with me. I'll tell you why. But first, let me ask the question. Is Mike Fiers going to be considered a hero or a rat? A hero in terms of paying attention, letting everybody know what's going on in Major League Baseball and maybe changing it, or a rat for ratting out on his teammates. Okay? Which one? Is Mike Fiers going to be a hero, or is Mike Fiers going to be looked at as a rat for turning his teammates in and everybody else in and the whole deal? Or a hero for being the guy like Jose Canseco, who started off with the steroids, right? A hero to the fans, a rat to his teammates? That could be. Thank you, White Sox Al. Good morning to White Sox Al. Ray K. Phil, Malpal, George, Doug, Greg, Andrea, the whole deal. And I'll tell you why Phil was playing with me. Because his wife wasn't home. That's why. His wife, so he's playing with me. But we have a mock draft going on. And where I wanted to take a player, Phil, and you were up, and I posed in the chat room that you were up. You went, Michael Etchin, your kitchen table is here. Good morning, Michael. I wanted to take a picture, and I didn't think you would take a picture because you only needed one pitcher, and I didn't think you would take him. I wanted to get Luke Weaver, and I did. But the point is that when we started the draft, I didn't want to be in the mock draft. And I told Andrew, I don't want to be in a mock draft, especially a slow draft. If it was a regular draft, I would do it. If it was a slow draft, I had no desire to be in it. But you know what happens? I am hooked on it. And I add up the home runs, the RBIs. I really wanted Luke Weaver, and I was waiting for Phil to. I'm chomping at the bit, right? So here's what we are going to do. Now I know a lot of you have talked about making the mock draft into a league, and that's what we're going to do, but in a different way. Andrea is going to find, or if you know of a draft. Who is this guest, Diane? It's my preferred fantasy format is rotisserie style auction. Okay, rotisserie auction. But anyway, we are going to find a Chris Gallo. Happy birthday, Chris! You haven't been here to wish you Chris Gallo happy birthday. We're going to find a site that houses mock drafts, whether it be slow draft, fast draft, or whatever. And we're going to have, I don't like these sites like Couch Potatoes, Masters, whatever they are, who have these mock drafts without having standings. Usually some of these drafts have standings. They have projections based upon somebody, and you can see the standings. So we're going to look at these mock drafts almost like leagues. The name of the game for our mock drafts in the future will be competition. It'll be who wins the draft. And for every winner of the draft, we're going to have a prize. Okay? How's that? So we got to find, if you guys could help Andy out, find a decent site that houses mock drafts where they keep, actually, they'll let you take a look at the standings based upon projections by either Baseball HQ or whoever they are, okay? Based on projections, okay? So, standings really tell you how close you pick to the chalk track. Whatever it is. Let's make it a competition. It'll put a little bit more pizzazz into it. I look at it that way. Believe me when I tell you, I've looked at every team in our mock draft, and I really think I got the best team, and I'm happy about it. All right? That's why I was really nervous, Phil. I didn't think you'd take them, but I really want to do it, okay? So there you go. Is anybody excited about that? I just heard something on MLB radio that was really good. Steve Sachs was talking about this. Kenley, talk about stealing signs. Well, everybody else is playing for second. Yeah, I wish that was the truth. But here's the thing. Stealing signs. When a runner gets on second base, he's got access to all the catcher's signals. And, it's common knowledge, a runner on second base, and he tries to give the batters the signs if he could pick up the signals and understand what they are. And we know that when you're on second base, the catcher goes out, talks to the pitcher, and they change their signals around. So we know that, right? But Kenley Jansen, this is what I heard, there were times where Kenley Jansen actually intentionally balked the runner to third so he couldn't give the signals to the batter. That is that is awesome, isn't it? Kenley Jansen, this is from Steve Sachs, a former teammate, actually balked runners to third in situations that he didn't want the runner on second to be able to tip the signs, right? So there you go. And we've started off, so this has been a great week. It's been a great fantasy baseball season so far. We started off talking about wild boars, right? Then we got the cheating scandal. Wild boars and cheating, those have been the top two. Usually it's about the trades and the free agents, but no. Wild boars was number one with Jonas Cespedes. Cheating scandal was number two. And I just heard this just in, the Mets have hired a manager. Now, the name sounds familiar, but I got to go look him up and see where he played. The name sounds familiar. Michael Avenatti was just hired by the New York Mets as their manager. Okay, so that'll be all over Twitter today and everything else. Michael Avenatti, anybody? I think he was a minor league coach, wasn't he? It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. That's Elton John for you. So Michael Avenatti, whoever he is, he's a former minor league manager with the Toledo Mud Hens, I think, was just hired by the New York Mets as their manager. You can put that up on Twitter or on Facebook or anywhere you want. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, pretty cool, right? Pretty damn cool. So, let's see. Mock drafts are going to become our leagues. All right, a lot to talk. Avenatti was... no, he managed the Toledo Mud Hens. I went to a game this year. I know. But so much technology put into place to accommodate the instant replay system. People ask, how come the teams on the road do so well? They all have access to the instant replay system, which is supposed to help teams challenge blatantly wrong calls, but it allowed for the presence of replay cameras and a replay room where the staffer or staffers could watch erroneous calls, and teams immediately tried to exploit it. It was intended to determine if a runner beat the throw. Instead, teams used it just so often to look for all kinds of stuff, okay? So replay room staffers have access to multiple camera feeds. And a lot of times, the opposing team has access to the replay room, okay? So, look. That's how they get it on the road. Oh, back to the busy phones. Let's see who's on the phone. Let's see who it is. It's Diane Gibbons on the phone. Hold on a second. Hello there. Yes, Diane. Yeah, back on the radio until 10. I'll call you back. Bye. Okay, there you go. I mean, it's unbelievable. She calls every day. I don't get it. Okay, anyway. So, there you go. So, that's how they get it on the road. That's how they get it on the road. Trevor Bauer comes out and says he's expressed his opinions on social media. No question about it. So he tweeted he's heard from multiple parties that the system evolved beyond the trash can noises to players wearing buzzers. That's how you saw it. You've seen the film of Jose Altuve, and there's so much about that. Alex Bregman is very interesting. I was looking at Alex Bregman, and in 2017, Alex Bregman actually hit better on the road, 290, hit 278 at home, 10 home runs, 79 games on the road. 9 home runs, 76 games on the road. It's pretty clear that in the season that the Astros were confirmed to be stealing signs at home, Alex Bregman actually hit better on the road. Okay? But in 2018, Bregman was definitely better at home. He had 299 at home, 16 homers, compared to 273 with 15 homers on the road. And look, very interesting. No idea how involved Bregman was with the sign stealing, although he was potentially called out. And here's David Brosius, who is the son of Scott Brosius. Now, one of the things I talk about when I talk about radio and all that stuff is credibility. For some reason, whatever credibility Brosius has because of who he is, Scott Brosius' son, a very well-respected player, that gives him credibility. That's credibility, right? That is credibility. Jay Bass is here. Good morning. Jonathan Danger Cole is here. Dang me, Jonathan Danger. Timothy Hooker as well. So, yeah, he's got credibility. And one of the things that he has said, and this is something that can't go unnoticed, between players using Adderall and stuff, Mike Trout takes HGH for a thyroid condition. This is what Brosius wrote on Instagram. It's a loophole he found, and the Major League Baseball doesn't make it public because they don't want fans knowing the best player is high on HGA. Not high, but people within know. And so, look, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on. It's really pretty incredible. We're going to go over the FSGA draft in just a second. And then we're going to talk about some of the players that are coming back from injuries this year. And we'll get back Monday. We got the Yankees. Tuesday, we got the Mets. As far as teams on the move. So we're just waiting a little bit with a lull in the action. And we'll see how that works out. FSGA draft. We ended it in round 10 yesterday. Ended it in round 10. And that's as far as they got. Now it's a slow draft. Taylor Rogers was picked in round 10. So you want to talk, and he was picked pretty high in our draft. Charlie Wiegert took Taylor Rogers, okay, as his pick. And, in terms of closers on Minnesota, look, unsettled bullpen early in the year. He became the Twins' primary closer. And if you're not paying attention at home, he had 30 saves. He had 12 saves or more. Then he had 12 saves of more than 3 outs. 12 saves of more than 3 outs. Rocco Baldelli wasn't afraid to use him early in the game based upon matchup. And when he was used, he was very effective. His velocity was about 95. And look, he's continued to improve. He's a left-handed closer. You don't see too many of them. So, so Rocco Baldelli has used Rogers. Rogers is a bona fide left-handed closer. And let's see if he's got competition. Does he have competition in Minnesota? Is Rogers the closer bona fide? Is he somebody that you have confidence to take? The other closing candidates in Minnesota could be Trevor May. Sergio Romo is in there. Tyler Clippard. So he does have, and there's another lefty, Lewis Thorpe. Anytime you see a left-handed closer, always make sure his position is more solidified when you can find a left-handed bullpen pitcher. Okay, who can come in to get that lefty in the seventh or eighth inning? They've got Lewis Thorpe